How to lose 36 pounds in 14 weeks, 3 months. My journey from 447 pounds to 401 pounds. How I lost 36 pounds since April 2024, from 447 pounds to 401 pounds, and how I maintained this weight without increases. This material is based on my experiences. Your weight may be different, but I still hope that this video will be helpful to you in one way or another. The first thing is that I couldn't find a video on any platform describing my case and how to approach weight loss that would fit my situation, and one that would reliably present the problem and understanding of the situation as well as provide a solution. My starting situation was 447 pounds after 5 years of trying to lose weight from 405 pounds. As you can see, for 5 years the weight didn't go down but went up. At 447 pounds, my pants had a waist size of 66 and barely fastened. I went to the bathroom between 7 and 10 times. A few times I even went 12 times to the bathroom in one day. I couldn't walk more than 50 meters without getting tired and discouraged and out of breath, after which I had to rest. Without reason, my neck, throat hurt and cracked. My eyes watered for no reason. My ankles hurt when I walked. I had problems with comfortable toilet use. I woke up to urinate in the evening, always around 2:30 a.m. This still happens quite regularly. Within a few minutes after showering, I smelled exactly the same as before. Sweating and body odor are big issues for a severely obese person, especially when the belly is so big that it barely squeezes through the shower door. I was sleepy, especially after meals. I had to sleep between 3 to 6 hours during the day, on top of sleep at night. At this weight, I broke my bed several times and started sleeping on Japanese mats because it was easier. I was taking breathing medication, asthma, several times a day, but despite everything, I always maintained a natural, unforced, cheerful mood. This short video is directed at people who are overweight by more than 200 pounds above your normal weight. In my case, for over 5 years, I tried various things to lose weight from 405 pounds, but the effect was that I gained weight to 447 pounds. I did and tried many things that didn't help in the long run because the weight came back, so I'll focus here on things that helped me. Maybe I missed something, but I'm trying to be fairly accurate. Your experiences may also be completely different from mine. 1. The first and most important thing that helped me was eating between 5 p.m. and 10 p.m. This was the most important in slow and effective weight loss. It wasn't easy because my thoughts were constantly wandering to food, so I tried to find a distraction, something I could think about between 10 p.m. and 5 p.m. What helped me was working between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. and not taking money to work for food. Of course, there was pressure at work because everyone ate lunch, so I would leave the building then so as not to think about food. After 2 weeks, my coworkers got used to it when I told them I was losing weight and only eating after 5 p.m. Several of them were even okay with it and commented that they too were losing weight and trying to limit carbohydrates, which was fine and nice. It was then that I noticed that eating just fatty meat causes me to sleep better than after meals containing carbohydrates. So, 2. I started eating more fatty meat. This was counterintuitive because I always thought that meat takes a long time to digest and I wouldn't be able to sleep after it. But it was quite the opposite. So in my case, I recommend eating fatty meat before sleep. I feel full of energy after such a meal. And most importantly, I don't have to go to the bathroom shortly after the meal. 3. I started identifying things that give me diarrhea and started avoiding them. Interestingly, only a few things have made it to the list so far because my body is constantly adjusting to new conditions. At the moment, I can eat fatty meat made in a pan with lard and broccoli. After other things, unfortunately, sooner or later I have diarrhea, but I feel it's getting better and I don't have to go to the bathroom as often as I used to. I still tried to eat different things to provide myself with minerals, vitamins, and nutrients. As for fruits, after a month I started eating berries, but once I overdid it badly, I ate about 1.5 kilograms in half an hour, after which I had diarrhea all day. 4. I noticed that by eating only between 5 p.m. and 10 p.m., I go to the bathroom less often and can be more active knowing that I won't suddenly have to run to the bathroom during a walk. This was also crucial, to learn how your own body works. Interestingly, in a short time, I noticed that I automatically eat less because I get full faster eating only between 5 p.m. and 10 p.m., and I don't even have room to stuff more in my stomach. So I just went to sleep, and in the morning I tried not to think about food. I set myself small milestones, first not eating until 11 a.m., then until 1 p.m., then until 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. It was always hardest not to eat between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. After a few days of eating like this, I added 2 walks a day of about 50 meters, no more. Above 50 meters, I had to make stops because I was tired. Over time, I got to 100 meters, but it was very tiring, so I stayed with the short 50-meter walk. And the weight slowly started to drop. I also drank water and tried apple cider vinegar with water a few times, after which I immediately got goosebumps and felt very strange. So I stopped drinking it. Maybe I'll return, because apparently drinking it with water through a straw is very healthy. When I once tried water with lemon on an empty stomach, I felt bad after it, so I stopped drinking water with lemon. Plain water was and is enough for me. Throughout all this time, I tried to maintain a good and natural cheerful mood, and it works. 5. How did I deal with not eating sweet things? In my case, reducing stress in life helped. I started planning things ahead, writing lists of things to do, and slowly accomplished some of them. To this day, I make lists of 20-25 things to do during the day, and if I do 1 or 2, I'm satisfied. Over time, it will go better, and writing lists helped me focus on something other than food. I think that stress also greatly intensified the need for eating in my case. So I had to identify things that stressed me out. In this case, it was a stressful job. I changed to a simpler job and became calmer. And I think it also reduced the desire for craving sweets. One thing I wanted to write about here is that I also stopped following daily news and politics. I noticed that news from the world is mainly negative, which intensified my stress and helplessness about the events I listened to or watched, so I limited their amount. Instead, I started visiting sites with funny pictures and searched for positive information on the internet to stimulate myself positively. 6. The last thing I wanted to mention is a hobby. I found myself a hobby unrelated to work that I really like. I try to devote time to it and draw good energy from these experiences. In my case, it's hobby fishing, where I release the fish after catching. It gives me a lot of fun and joy. So that's how it looks in my case. If I were to summarize it, 1 and 2. Eating between 5 p.m. and 10 p.m., mainly fatty meat on lard from a pan and broccoli. 3. Identifying things after which I have to go to the bathroom and minimizing them in the diet. 4. I set myself milestones not to eat during the day until 5 p.m. and told at work that I won't eat lunches but go for a walk. 5. I reduced stress in my life, changed to a simpler job and stopped worrying about things I have no influence on and focused on positive things in the world. 6. Quite by accident, I found a hobby, unrelated to my work, which I like and is fun. Now at my current weight of 411 pounds, I am able to walk about 150 to 200 meters without major problems. At 220 meters, I need to sit and rest for a few minutes. I feel I have control over bowel movement. I more or less know what I can eat to go comfortably for a walk or to work. I don't fall asleep for several hours after meals and have more strength. I have enough energy to invest my time in a hobby, which I wish for you too. I hope that this video in which I described how I lost 36 pounds in 3 months appealed to you and will be helpful to you in at least some part. If it enjoys great success, I'll make another one. If you have any questions or observations, add them in the comment to which I'll try to respond. Cheers and see you. Thumbs up.
you.